Good day, I'm Tamara McHale and this is your JIS News for Friday, February 12. International ratings agency Fitch has upgraded Jamaica's long-term foreign and local currency issue ratings from B- to B. Jamaica's economic outlook has also been revised from positive to stable. The ratings upgrade is due to a number of factors, including the government's commitment to fiscal consolidation and macroeconomic stability. Fitch says it's expecting that the Jamaican economy will continue to grow, given major projects such as the North-South Highway and investments in tourism, the port and special economic zones. The economy grew by 1.5% in the July to September 2015 quarter. Meanwhile, government returned to the local capital markets on Thursday, raising $15 billion from 3 bonds. The first had an interest rate of 6.625% and will mature in February 2018. The other was for 6 years at an interest rate of 7.75%. Bond 3 will mature in 2046 and will be at an interest rate of 11.25%. Interest will be paid semi-annually on all the bonds. A release from the Finance Ministry said the instruments reactivated the domestic market and coincided with the government's payout of $60.4 billion for bonds which also matured on Thursday. Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller has pledged her commitment to adhering to the political code of conduct as the country heads towards a general election on February 25. Mrs. Simpson-Miller and opposition leader Andrew Holness joined other political candidates in signing the document yesterday. The Prime Minister said the signing represented a reaffirmation of Jamaica's democracy.
It is also a confirmation of the best practices in our nation's history and political traditions. The heart of our democratic tradition has been the ability of the Jamaican people since 1944 to freely select political leaders to govern our country.
Acknowledging that the Jamaican society had some way to go in reducing antisocial behavior, she urged that all Jamaicans must do more to influence good social order, peace, respect for life, and respect for each other. Transport and Works Minister Dr. Omar Davies has signed a contract for the construction of a compact modular bridge at Rentcome, St. Catherine. The prefabricated steel bridge will be built in over 4 months at the cost of nearly $35 million. The work will be done by China Harbour and Surrey Paving Construction Company. Minister Davies says the bridge is designed for longevity and can accommodate vehicle load of up to 30 tons.
It will have a pier and 2 abutments made of reinforced concrete, designed in such a way as to accommodate hydraulic clearance for up to a 100-year rainfall, and it will span some 170 feet.
The project is being implemented under the Major Infrastructure Development Program.
Once the bridge is constructed, the opportunities for development will multiply.
Absolutely.
The physical development of the community will have improved, social development as well as economic development will follow.
Energy State Minister Julian Robinson says government will continue to support the private sector in making more investments in alternative energy.
I think it's important at this stage, while we have low energy costs, to continue to make the investments in alternative energy. As a government, we continue to take a leadership role in this regard. We have just commissioned the 3rd phase of our Wigton wind farm, which will generate an additional 24 megawatts.
Minister Robinson was speaking at the commissioning of Food for the Poor's 100-kilowatt power grid on Thursday. The charity organization invested $180,000 to install 396 solar panels and 5 inverter systems with a capacity of 20 kilowatts each. The Energy State Minister indicated that once changes to the net billing regulations were finalized, excess power generated by Food for the Poor would be sold back to the Jamaica Public Service grid. And finally, Jamaica's confirmed Zika virus cases remains at 1, but the Health Ministry says the level of Aedes aegypti mosquito breeding still remains high in several communities. Zika, as well as chikungunya and dengue fever, are all spread by the bite of an infected Aedes aegypti mosquito. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Winston Delahaye says that despite putting out that information, not enough is being done to reduce the mosquito population. He is appealing to Jamaicans to take personal responsibility for their health and destroy mosquito breeding sites in their environs. Some of the areas with the highest concentration of mosquito breeding sites are in the parishes of Kingston, St. Andrews, St. Catherine, Clarendon, and St. Elizabeth. Following the confirmation of one Zika case in late January, the Health Ministry has so far canvassed more than 3,000 households and collected 32 blood samples. The Caribbean Public Health Agency CARPA has reported that from the first batch of 15, 5 tested positive for the dengue virus with no further Zika confirmations. The other 17 samples will be sent to the CARPA lab this week. Individuals who wish to obtain more information may call the Ministry of Health or the nearest health center. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Tamara McHale. Thanks for watching.